Hello and welcome to this week's In Case You Missed It. I'm Darby Sparks, and today I'm going to give you some of the top stories coming out of Blair County. On Thursday, the Altoona Police Department announced that Deputy Chief Tony Alinello had passed away. Alinello had served the department for over 50 years and was promoted to Deputy Chief in 2017. Also on Thursday, Governor Tom Wolf announced that schools will remain closed for the rest of the year. Wolf emphasized that learning will not stop and education should be continued online or through other necessary means. And finally, on Friday, Blair County Judge Elizabeth Doyle amended her original order, which stated that children were to remain with their primary caregiver during the pandemic, to stating that parents need to make an effort to allow communication between the child and the other parent and, if safe, visits with social distancing. Now we're going to send things out to Devin Jackson, who has the latest from Center County.
Darby, an area hospital is using telemedicine to help treat their patients, and a Center County Police Department is taking extra measures to stay safe during this coronavirus pandemic. Last Friday, a Ferguson Township police officer became the first police officer in Center County with a case of COVID-19. As a result, State College Police announced on Monday that all officers will be wearing masks and gloves to keep the public safe. While police want to make sure they are maintaining social distancing, PA State Trooper Christopher Fox says there's often situations where police don't have a choice to interact with the public if they want to keep folks safe.
We're going in and we're going to make contact with the people because at the end of the day, our job is to make sure that everybody's safe. So if that means putting our hands on someone or exposing ourselves to the virus, unfortunately, that's what we're going to have to do.
Penn Highlands Healthcare has been using telemedicine well before the COVID-19 outbreak, but has expanded it since the spread of the virus. Through telemedicine, the MyHealth app, patients can still interact with their doctors or physicians without having to leave their home, and it helps mitigate the spread of the coronavirus.
We can interact seeing their faces as well as they can see ours, or we can ask questions, they can ask questions, we can review their blood results, their symptomatology, anything that is of concern for them.
Penn Highlands says patients that need to come to the hospital can call when they park in the parking lot. A staff worker will then call the patient waiting in the parking lot once the doctor is ready to see them. That's all from the stories from Center County. I'll send things back to you, Darby.
Thanks, Devin. Well, many businesses and organizations are doing their part to help the community during these trying times. Our Sean Rapp has more coming out of Cambria and Somerset counties.
That's right, Darby. From the Humane Society to local residents, everyone is doing their part. The Humane Society of Cambria County announced they'd be launching an emergency pet food pantry for those who may not be able to afford food for their pets. She says now more than ever they could use donations.
If you are able to donate, please consider doing so. Monetary donations can be made so that we are able to go ahead and continue to provide food to people, as well as physical donations of food can be made to the shelter too.
On Wednesday, we met with a yoga studio in Somerset County that has adjusted how they are teaching their students because of COVID-19. Mystic Moonlight Yoga is now streaming weekly videos on Vimeo. Owner Alex Hallett says going online could even help bring in new folks.
I heard from one student who said she actually prefers this online model because she is a bit more introverted and she prefers the option of taking classes from home where she doesn't feel like anybody else is watching her.
And on Thursday, we talked to a Somerset County woman who was making masks for the community. Linda Varner and her friends have made over 400 masks that have gone all over the state and even places like Austria and Ireland. She says it's her way to give back.
People find out about us and they just ask, and it's been a real blessing. I mean, it's nice to bless others, and that's what we're doing. We're just taking the time to bless others.
And that's a look at some of the stories you may have missed this week in Cambria and Somerset counties. Darby, back to you.
Well, that's it for this week's highlights. Be sure to check back in next week for more top stories coming out of our area.